Hi everyone, I'm Joe from Adoption, and I break down Bitcoin education in a way that's easy for people to understand. In today's video, we're going to talk about Bitcoin keys, that is, private keys, public keys, and what that even means. Stay tuned for more information. So there's a saying in the Bitcoin community that goes, not your keys, not your Bitcoin. And what that means is that if you don't actually hold the passwords or the private keys to your Bitcoin, you don't in fact actually hold your Bitcoin. You're trusting someone else to hold your private keys for you. And when you do that, as we've seen in the past, there's risks for hacks and exchange hacks, and you can risk losing all of your Bitcoin. So in today's video, I'm going to be giving an explanation of what private keys and public keys are, and also how you can send Bitcoin from one person to another or from one account to another. Great, so let's start with private and public keys. What are these? For Bitcoin newcomers, this is a very confusing part of understanding what Bitcoin is. But I'm going to break it down in an easy way for you to understand. So let's think about Venmo and PayPal, right, in comparison. So for your PayPal account, your password is the password that you use to access your PayPal account and to send and receive funds within your PayPal account, right? That's your password, right? Your main password. Well, your address, your PayPal address or your PayPal username is what you would give to others so they know where to send money to your account, to your PayPal account, right? Now think of a Bitcoin private keys, the private keys for Bitcoin, like your main password for your PayPal account. Just like your main password for your PayPal account, your Bitcoin private key is the password that allows you to access and send and receive Bitcoin payments. Now the Bitcoin public key is just like your PayPal username or your PayPal address. The public key is the address to your Bitcoin account. So this is what you would give others to send you Bitcoin. The private key for your Bitcoin is a password that allows you to unlock and send Bitcoin and receive Bitcoin, just like your PayPal account. Your main password allows you to open your PayPal account and send and receive PayPal money in your PayPal account. And your public key for Bitcoin is just like your PayPal username. Your public key is used to give to other people so they know where to send the Bitcoin. Now this is very important because your private key is ultimately the most important password you could have. And you'll notice that if you download any type of applications or Bitcoin wallets, and if you're required to write down a 12 to 24 word seed phrase, that is actually your private key. So you'll know whether or not you have access to your private keys because whenever you download a Bitcoin wallet, an application that has a Bitcoin wallet, or if you go onto an exchange, if you're presented with 12 to 24 words to write down, that means that is your private key that you should write down, and you should only write it down. You shouldn't store it on a computer. And because there's risk of people hacking your computers and your systems. But those 12 to 24 words are your private key. You should write those down, keep them safe, make a copy, keep it in a safe place in your house, maybe in like a fireproof safe. There are products out there that I'll go over that allow you to store your private keys within like metal plates so that there's no risk of fire. And then also maybe think about giving an extra copy to your parents, a trusted loved one, or save it in a safety deposit box. And again, you'll know what your private key is because it will be 12 to 24 words that you'll be presented with when you first download an application. Your private key or your public key, on the other hand, isn't as sensitive. The public key can be given out to friends and families. You can post it on a website or a social media account, and that's just a public address that people know where to send the Bitcoin to. So that one isn't as sensitive. But again, private key, the most sensitive thing with Bitcoin. If you lose those 12 to 24 words or someone hacks it, they can either have access to your account, or in the event that you lose those passwords, you'll never be able to retrieve your Bitcoin again if you forget the actual password or if you need to reactivate that account. So this is very important. The most important part of Bitcoin is safeguarding your private keys.